Hello everyone, this is Jesse Phillips with Waypoint Technology Group. Just here to bring you guys another tech tip today. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about the Trimble License Manager, which is basically a customer portal for viewing and managing licenses for supported Trimble products purchased by your organization. As the license administrator for your organization, you can use the Trimble License Manager to accomplish a few things. So these are the main functions of the Trimble License Manager. You can allocate users licenses for supported Trimble subscription products like Trimble Access, TBC, TerraFlex, Catalyst, Catalyst On Demand, and others. You can manage the list of users in your organization who can be allocated a user license. And you can even grant specific users administrator permissions if required. Lastly, we'll just touch on how you can track usage details for the hours used if you're using a Catalyst On Demand account. So before we get into the details, one thing I did want to recommend as well, a great free resource is the Trimble Field Systems Help Portal at help.fieldsystems.trimble.com. If you go under the Software tab and under Tools and Utilities and Trimble License Manager, there's a whole portal dedicated just to the Trimble License Manager, so it'll elaborate on a lot more than we're going to get into today. And if you have any follow-up questions, it's a great resource. Well, how this whole process starts is normally you would purchase a subscription from Waypoint Technology Group or another Trimble distributor. You would let us know who the license administrator is going to be for that subscription, and that license administrator would receive an email similar to this, thanking you for your purchase, encouraging you to visit the license manager, how to use your subscription, another link to the license manager. So either way, it encourages you to end up at the license manager. When you click one of those links, it'll prompt you to sign in, and you'd want to sign in with the same email that you provided us, the license administrator. Now, if you already have a Trimble identity, basically a way of Trimble identifying you, you would just sign in with your email and password. If you don't have one, it'll prompt you to create one, so you can check to see if you have one. If you type in your email and click Next. If it recognizes you, it'll ask for a password. If it doesn't, then that's a clue that you don't have a Trimble identity set up yet. So right above there, there's a create a Trimble ID or a TID. So if you haven't already, you'll need to do that. It'll ask you what region you're in. So we're in the United States. You'll click Next. You'll fill out these details like your first name, last name, and email, agree to the terms. You'll eventually have to create a password. The password must meet the minimum security requirements like you're probably used to, and multi-factor authentication is not required, but it is an option. We're going to cancel out of that. We're just going to sign in with my Trimble identity. So once you sign into your license manager with your Trimble identity, you'll be able to see the subscription you purchased. Sometimes it takes a couple minutes to load. Here, my license manager, I just have one simple subscription, a TerraFlex standard monthly subscription. But normally you may see more than just one, and subscriptions are sold in blocks. So if you ordered 3 TerraFlex subscriptions at once, they're all block. And you'll need to accept the terms for these licenses and activate them before you start to use them. And whatever subscriptions are part of a block, once you activate, it's going to activate them all at once. So we'll want to accept the terms. You can view the terms here. You can accept the terms. It's going to, before you can click that you've read and accept it, you want to look through these, read these carefully. We scroll down, we go back, it should allow us to say that we've read and accept the terms and conditions. You can hit continue. So once you've accepted the terms, before you can actually use the subscription, you'll need to activate it. So click activate, and here's the kind of the warning prompting you. If you activate and there's more than one subscription in this block, it's going to activate all subscriptions in the block together. So activate. Once you activate, you'll see an expiration date there populated. So this is just a monthly subscription, so it'll expire in a month. Next, you can add or assign users to the subscription. So right now it's automatically just assigned to me, but often you as the license administrator, you're going to want to assign this to other users, possibly in the field. So You want to make sure you remove yourself if you're going to assign it to someone else. And the big thing to remember is you can only assign, with most Trimble subscriptions, you can only assign one user per subscription. So there's a couple different ways to go about this. You can click on this Assign New User tab, and you can enter the email and first name and last name of that person in your organization you'd like to assign it to. Or you can optionally go to Users. You can create users, or you can import a list if you have, a long list of users that you'd all like to be able to use your subscriptions. Either way, you'll have a list of users, and whether you create a user or if you're adding a user to your license, it looks similar. And you also have this option to grant administrator access. So that is something you can do. You can grant administrator permissions if you want someone else in your organization to also be able to create users and assign licenses. So if you have been granted administrator access by someone else, when you sign into your Trimble License Manager with your Trimble identity, you'll not only be able to see any subscriptions that are associated with your email address, but you can go to this Switch Accounts, and anyone that's assigned you as an administrator, you can switch to their account and view their license manager as well. So in this case, I'll switch to my colleagues. At the top, it'll say you're now viewing somebody else's account instead of your own in red. And since you are an administrator, you can create users, you can assign people subscriptions, basically all the same powers that the owner of the account would have. In this account, there's more to look at than just one subscription, so you'll see there's an additional option at the top of a subscription block to assign users, where you can bulk assign. So that's another way to assign subscriptions. From your license pool, you could assign multiple at a time if you have open subscription seats. But that's just a quick note on administrator privileges and how to switch accounts with a delegate account. So I'll switch back to my account, the primary. So if you do have a list, if you've created users and have a list, in this drop down you could pick people from that list. That's one way to assign. Or you could assign a new user maybe that's not in your user list, clicking on this. When you do assign someone or remove someone from the subscription, an email will be sent notifying them. If they don't already have a Trimble identity set up, they'll be prompted to create one as well, since all users of these subscriptions will need Trimble identity emails. So the only other thing to add within the license manager, something that would look a little different. For most subscriptions, it's pretty straightforward like this. The only exception would be Catalyst on Demand. And in the Trimble Field Systems Help Portal, the Trimble License Manager section, there's a whole section dedicated to on-demand accounts. So there's more information within here, but it's a little different with on-demand. In the License Manager, you'll actually end up with a license pool that you can assign an unlimited amount of users to that Catalyst on-demand pool. So on-demand is the one exception where you can have more than one user assigned to the subscription pool. You can even allow anyone who has an email address ending in the same domain as your email address to access and use the Catalyst on-demand account. So that's an option. So for more details, just visit the Trimble License Manager Field Systems Help Portal, and on-demand accounts elaborates on how to activate, how to assign, how to track on-demand usage. I hope this helps you activate and use your new Trimble subscriptions. If you have any follow-up questions, be happy to help. You can reach out to our help portal at waypointtech.freshdesk.com or tech support at waypointtech.com if you prefer to email. Check out our YouTube channel, and if you have additional questions, you can reach out to our tech support line above. Thanks a lot for your time, and have a great day.